Here we are, back in the house in Bordeaux. We're so glad to have you here. Thank you for bringing your energy. These collective readings are always interesting because we're tapping into different energy. Potential is different energies. And near and far, like different timelines. So your energy contributes to the messages. Ooh, just found a piece of broken glass here. Oh, yikes, I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Put that over there. So yeah, thank you for contributing. Wow, right away, look at this. Looks like we're limited a little on time again today. The mystic. Remember yesterday we got mythic time, but there's something here about mystic time, a massive transformation. You're emerging from the cocoon, the self. Yeah, look at that. Your radiant, vibrant, authentic self is emerging. And the nectar. Oh, interesting. I'm getting something with the mystic and the nectar. Something about milkweed for monarch butterflies. I did hear an interesting statistic the other day that was really heartbreaking, that like 80% of the monarch population has declined. Like it's dropped by 80% since like 1980s, I think. Something about like in the last 40 years. And it was talking about milkweed and how that's the only plant that they'll, I think, like lay their eggs on, or I don't know if it's eggs, sorry, I don't know. I'm not well versed in this, but something's coming up here specifically about caring for nature. But also there's a metaphor here about the self and something very specific that's needed for you to fully, like once the elements are in place, it's like you're fully, I'm hearing blossoming, but it's like you're coming into this potential again. Okay. Big focus on the heart chakra. Hold on, let me set these down and then they're hard to get off the floor. Look at the heart chakra radiating out. It's like there's a pearl there. And they were showing me the analogy with an oyster, how it's like grit, it's an irritant. In the oyster, the sand is, it takes in sand and like tries to, I think it like builds, like it secretes some kind of, again, sorry, I don't know why we're getting into these like science lessons today or things about specific animal anatomy that I don't know how to describe, but, or animal processes, but there's something here with, like it, basically the pearl comes because of the grit, becomes of something, an irritant, or like, so there was something here that sparked this growth for you, and now your heart chakra is this pearl. So it could have been a lot of heartache, heartbreak. There's been a lot of self-healing here, and it's like now you have this pearl, you have this very valuable heart chakra energy that is just like shooting out, it's radiating out. Let's read the self card. It's interesting because the way that these cards are divided, there's 4 categories. There's the selves, the places, the tools, the initiations. So it's interesting that we have the self is one of the selves. It's not like the only self, which is kind of interesting. Something coming in with that. Oh. Wait. Oh yeah, okay, interesting. First I was like, I don't think it's in the selves. Okay, page 119, 119. Okay, the self. The soul, the witness, the watcher. The self is the prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and a place, and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The self is the central abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities. When this card appears, it's a call to step back in, to witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. We got navigate yesterday. Ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl, spin, and smolder in chaos. Yet the self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing, as the spectrum of ingredients become the flavor of our life. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. Woo. When light in aspect, witnessing, accepting new aspects of self. When dark, disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy and purpose. So yeah, you've likely been on this kind of spectrum, this roller coaster where it's going back and forth between like witnessing these new aspects of self and feeling very disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy, purpose. Again, there's something coming in about how the zero tolerance policy, like we're coming down to this zero tolerance of being able to keep things in our energy that don't fulfill our purpose or don't align with our true aspects of self. It's no surprise that two central mantras in the yoga tradition concern themselves with the self. Experiment with Soham, which means I am that, and Sat Nam, true identity. If this card is perplexing for you, you are on the right track. It challenges us to expand our sense of identity beyond the little self, and the ego resists such movement. And we have another little spiral here. So we got a lot about this. We're in the spiral self too. Interesting, okay. Let's get a Sedona card. 719. July 19th could be significant. Water. Oh, I just noticed that the nectar has a flower. I didn't see the flower in the middle initially. Looks like maybe a tea rose or garden tea. Is that what it is? A tea rose? I just heard Zero to Hero. Is that on Hercules? I'm getting that song. Zero to Hero. Or is it on Shrek? I don't know. So I'm getting like a movie song, but I can't think of. I feel like it might be. Maybe it's both. I don't know. It's funny when you're channeling sometimes. It's like you're getting all these messages. It's like you can channel the message, but sometimes you can't always logically connect because you're in a different level of awareness. Vortex, Sedona's secret. Aren't those cards amazing? We've been getting Sedona's secret a lot. You already know. Yeah, they're like a secret you know. I don't know why I want to show you the words. There's a secret you already know. See the cross of light here too, so there's something here about Christ consciousness. I don't know if you can see that it's a cross from far away, but there's like a cross of light. There's an infinity sign. And way at the bottom, this is going to be really hard with this camera, but there down here, there's a tiny little person. So there's definitely something of this like expansiveness beyond yourself. Again, the little self, it's like your perception of self is expanding. Like I'm seeing this as your physical body may be like so tiny down here, but like your energy just shoots up. It's like your energy is so expansive and you're kind of like witnessing that. Now, vortex, yeah. Whirlwinds of divine energy now clear imbalances. Let's read that one because I haven't gotten that one before. And look again, the light just like shooting up there. Oh, interesting. Down here. Did we read this the other day? I'm not remembering. It's all kind of blending together and sometimes it's like maybe I got it in my own reading, but we'll read it anyways. Something about the shape of like this, there's like these these lines that are reminding me kind of the flower of life or some kind of sacred geometry. And I actually brought this into the reading. So this symbol, if you want to look this up, this is the seed of life geometry. So there may be something researching that it may be something you want to carry, or it may just be something that sparks something else. It's all these like overlapping, sorry, my fingers are blocking it, all these overlapping circles. Okay, so I got that. Let's read the vortex. The reason I'm reading, I know I get a lot intuitively here, but these Sedona cards are very powerful activations, the way that the words are calibrated. So I read them because we can receive even subconscious activations by just speaking these words in this succession. Like that's kind of where spell work comes from, like the power of words to program not to program, I don't know, well, it does program us, but in this case, it's not to program, but it still like ignites something within you to activate this remembrance of self. So that's why I'm often called to read these. In case you were wondering, 1128 there. I gratefully receive the light being transmitted to me now in this card, in whose presence reality is dissolved in the vibrational signature of oneness. I want to hold this up while I read it. You can see. The swirling light energy urges me to step into the rhythmic pulse of my vortex within. I am the vortex of love. I see galaxies swirling in the stardust of my own being, where past, present, and future converge in a breathtaking dance of potential. This is the vibration of the air I breathe, alive with the sparks of divinity and the power of flow. As I listen to the distant images, I love that, as I listen to the distant images of forgotten dreams, I release their outdated narratives and embrace the boundless potential of love's potential swirling within. The vortex invites me to immerse in the unbounded depths of my soul, to allow it to untangle the threads of the illusion of time. Oh, yesterday we just got I'll Get Kairos out. That was the card of the secondary time continuum and mythic time. Okay, so it's all tying together. To allow it to untangle the threads of the illusion of time and reimagine the possibilities that lie dormant within my grasp. I allow the swirling energy of the vortex to dissolve what no longer serves me, as I entangle with the ever-evolving masterpiece of my pure potential. So a lot here about potentiality. I'm eternally now grateful to walk in this light. It's page 53, so it's number 8. Getting a lot lately about infinity. I'm hearing infinity codes. Even on the Sedona cards, we have what looks like a DNA strand, but it's also like an infinity sign. Meditation today, as I was meditating on this energy, I saw a white bird coming down onto my head, and at first I was like obviously thinking, oh, it's a dove, it's peace, but then as like I got a clearer image, I almost saw it as a seagull, which was interesting. It felt like it was both, so it's like there's an energy of peace, but it was also carrying something in its mouth, so that could like literally be a sign if a seagull brings you something, or like you see a seagull carrying something, like it was specifically like a stick in its mouth, but I almost see it like dropping it right in front of you or bringing it to you. If it doesn't happen physically, that's a metaphor for like receiving a message. So I get that if it is a message or some news you've been waiting on, that it's bringing you peace. It's bringing you, oh, interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of emotions tied up in this. So there's like a big emotional clearing that's coming with the news of this too, or with this thing being delivered. I'm hearing special delivery for like needing to sign for this delivery. Interesting. I'm hearing metamorphosis, and there's definitely we keep getting this, but a powerful rebirth, this emergence. You're renewed in your own vitality. Three of Pentacles, so definitely a creative project. Again, coming to the fore, something here with collaborating. There may be something like you may be seemingly young to hold this title. There's something where like people are going to look up to you despite your age, or you could just kind of have a young presence. But you're very skillful, you're very knowledgeable. I was just looking at the infinity sign there. And Sedona's secret, and we get and thinking about how death is the 8th house, is Scorpio. And then we get more 8 cards here. Look at this. We got 8 of Wands. Wow. We have 8 of Wands and 8 of Swords side by side. 8 of Swords is in reverse. So like that's where I'm getting here in mental cruelty. It's like the mental cruelty is gone. This could be negative self-talk too, or just buying into limiting beliefs. Like something is rapidly clearing here and allowing a lot of movement, progression. Look at this, High Priestess, the Sun in reverse, and we'll keep the star a little bit covered since she's naked, but this is definitely authenticity coming into your true potential, discovering something about your spiritual purpose. The Sun is also Leo energy, so going out publicly, putting yourself out there in some way. This keeps coming up, but 2 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, we definitely have a lot of new cycles opening up. I'm seeing it like a bank vault, so there's something here about a lot of abundance, and if you choose to accept. So it's like in those movies when there's like a mission, it's like if you choose to accept. So there's something here about the power of your choice and your role as a co-creator in this. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, look at this. You've had to release a lot of limiting beliefs to accept that you are a co-creator, to see you're like just starting to tap into your potential, like the worlds you can create. The energies, I'm seeing like these energies as being like woven. I'm also hearing woke. So there's something here about like you're waking up to something. Yeah, it's definitely a creative gift, a passion project I'm hearing that you'll share. You're sharing this. I do see people coming to you paying for this, and I also am hearing worldwide. So there's something that has far-reaching potential, and they're saying like just continue to follow your heart, continue to follow what lights you up. And again, more creation here, birthing this. Okay, we'll be rushing a little because we're coming to the end of our time again. But whatever time we have is what is meant to be. So thank you once again for joining me here in the House of Bardot, and I will see you next time.